So remember yesterday somebody called and said there was a headline, will Stafford exact revenge on the Lions? Revenge implies that either there's ill feelings, ill will, or you were done dirty by someone, right?
Yes.
And they said it just seemed like a mischaracterization. There isn't a Stafford revenge factor against Detroit, a legitimate one, is there?
No, Stafford asked to leave Detroit, and he won his Super Bowl right away. There's nothing left with that. Nothing.
So what would the revenge be?
If there's any revenge in the situation, it would be for Jared Goff towards Sean McVay.
Yep.
Period. Because Sean McVay is the one that cast him aside. He cast him aside before their season was done. And then had to come groveling back because the other quarterback got hurt and he had to use him.
So the Birchie kid was writing about this, and he wrote that Goff said he could handle criticism, but he was extremely disappointed and upset, that's in quotes, that he never heard from McVay or the Rams between the end of the 2020 season and the moment he was traded. Not a phone call, a text, or any kind of heads up from the coach whom he'd spent 4 years with and who he had helped win a playoff game with a badly injured thumb just a few weeks prior.
Yeah, he had surgery.
McVay has admitted that it was a mistake, that he handled it wrong. McVay has said, I wish there was better, clear communication on my end. McVay said the situation taught him the importance of, quote, handling every situation the way you want to with perspective, respect, and appreciation. The thing that I'll never run away from is mistakes that I've made in previous instances. When you look back on it, the gratitude for those 4 years, all the good memories that we had, and then when you end up making a change, that ended up being difficult. Could it have been handled better on my end? Absolutely, and I'll never run away from that. But the further you get away from it, the more you try to grow as a man, as a person, as a leader that you want to become. He deserved better than the way it all went down. I'll acknowledge that, and I think he knows that too, and I'm not afraid to admit those things.
Keep this in mind. Sean McVay is really young, okay? And he was even younger a few years ago.
Yep.
I don't like him, but I appreciate what he had to say here because I think, time and you grow older, you get a little wiser with things, and you wish you had done things differently. I think it also helps that they immediately won a Super Bowl. So now he can just kind of sit back and say whatever he wants at this point.
I'm established.
I can be the good guy now.
I've got my ring.
Yeah.
People don't question that anymore about whether or not I can win the big one.
That's the cynical side of me that'll come out and say that.
The move that we made worked out.
Right.
So,
however, I like to give some people the benefit of the doubt and think that there's some sort of sincerity involved when he says this. But you think about that. That's like 3 months' time that you don't talk to the guy. Or two and a half months, whatever it was.
Even if you were planning on bringing him back, it would seem unusual that you weren't talking to him.
It does seem unusual. You spend that much time not talking to somebody. And then the way that things unfolded where you're in Cabo or wherever it was. And, oh, look, hey, who's over there? Is that Matthew Stafford? Hey, Matthew Stafford. You like tequila? It just seemed all a little too perfect for the way that things went.
Well, but your goodwill towards McVay, it doesn't sound like it lasted very long there.
I like to make fun of this situation, but at the same time, I can appreciate what he had to say. I'm not sure I believe it wholeheartedly that he's sincere, but I think there might be some sincerity there. And again, maybe that just comes as he gets older in life. Now, if he was a 55-year-old coach and then he gets to be 58 and then says this, then it's total cynicism. Like, sure thing, bud.
Okay, so then the next thing is McVay doing this to take the edge off Goff? Is he doing this to basically try to take away that bullet, that revenge bullet in Goff's chamber, if you will?
Try to dull the chip that's on Jared Goff's shoulder?
Yeah.
Yes. I think he is.
Do you think that's it?
I read quotes this morning. It was the Free Press Online, and there were a bunch of quotes there from Sean McVay about being effusive in his praise of Jared Goff and all this. And I think it's 100% that. I think he knows that Jared Goff is a motivated individual, and he knows what can motivate Jared Goff. And words can motivate Jared Goff coming from the right source. He knows how awkward that thing ended up. So he wants to soften it as much as possible and do nothing but throw him flowers. Jared Goff was great. I handled it poorly. He's really grown into it. He deserved better. He's had a hell of a season. He's done a great job with that team. I'm very proud of him, what he's become. He's a real competitor. He's tough to play against. We're going to have to be at our best. Jared Goff's a warrior. I mean, everything he's going to say, you know?
Keep going, man. Keep piling.
He's a great dog owner. He's involved in the community. He's someone I wouldn't mind if my daughter dated him, you know? All these things, right? I'd like to run a small business with him.
I'd let him beat me in chess.
Yes. We share the same seamstress.
Well, if Jared Goff is listening, and we know he does because he said he listens 4 hours a day to our show. Yeah. Jared, if you're listening, F McVay. All right? This guy, do not fall for this, my friend. This guy started John Walford over you in a playoff game.
Thank you for bringing up the name because I never remember who the hell it was.
No one would. I had to look it up.
You could put 3 names on the list, and I'd be like, I don't know which one it was.
I think that guy did my taxes.
Right? Or he's their seamstress. I don't know.
Yeah.
John Walford. He chose him over you, and I know you had a hurt thumb, but you came in and won that game with a hurt thumb. They left you for dead, my friend. All right? They did not care about you. He was having drinks in Cabo, like Gator said, with the next guy already.
Didn't care.
Already.
You hadn't even broken up yet. You're out in your next date.
Already partying it up.
Fish tacos and tequila.
There we go.
Laughing it up. When they come here.
Bikini optional. What?
I want McVay's head. I want Stafford's head on a spear.
Whoa.
I want their bodies on a platter.
Good God.
I want their fingers and toes and ramekins.
Wow.
Serve that dish up cold. The revenge is what is it? Revenge is a dish best served cold?
Yeah, sure.
I want it all, man. This game, I've never wanted to win. Like, I thought the playoffs just going in like, oh, my God, I'm going to want to win a playoff game. This is going to be so great. The NFL script writers, they are fantastic. They didn't go on strike, all right? They laid it all out. I'm so ready. This game is so... I want to win this game more than any other game I can remember, playoff game in Detroit history. It's crazy it sounds. I know it's probably recency bias here, but that's how bad I want to beat the Rams.
I want no drama in this game. I want it just a blowout. I want the Lions to start and finish with touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown to the point where McVay is like, I have no answer. Stafford's limping to the sideline, staring daggers at McVay, like, why am I even still in this game? We're down by 35 points.
Put Wofford back in.
Yeah, where is Wofford?
Exactly. Stafford's played at Ford Field before. He's never played at this Ford Field before, all right? He's never played against these fans before.
Nope.
It's going to be a different experience for him, and I want him to regret every second of it.
All right, so Gator just looked out at Twitch. This is so great from Nayrock, who writes... that was an insanely quick 180 Gator did. Basically the same statement that McVay made. He went from defending McVay and his statements to turning it into bashing him, saying it's BS.
It's fun to do that.